I got two things I got to tell you before this video starts. Number one, I'm going to use a word in it that some people have told me may be offensive, a little crass. Still going to use it. Be forewarned about that. Number two, I'm going to talk about the truth, and I'm going to say some stuff about it that's probably going to not rub some people the wrong way, but they're not going to agree with me. Well, that's okay. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Grumpy Acres. Before we get started, I want to ask you to go ahead and think about hitting that subscribe button so you can join our virtual community here. We got a very special thing going on. Our community members are making it worthwhile, and we'd like you to join us. All right, so what's this about? So if you watched our live last night, you may have noticed that it's gone this morning. It got taken down. Well, it didn't get taken down. I took it down. And the reason why I took it down was because I broke the cardinal rule of community. And if you pay attention, that rule is don't be a dick. Well, I was a dick. And I slept on it, and I thought about it, and I tried making the video private. Couldn't do it because it's on StreamYard. So I ended up deleting it. Now, whether it's going to go up or not, again, I don't know. I may break it up into smaller bite-sized pieces so that people that don't want to watch the entire hour and 28 minutes of it, they can pick and choose what they want to watch. But that's another story. So why did I take it down, and how was I a dick? Well, there's a young lady that watches our videos from time to time who's very special to Angela and I. And we discussed an incident that happened, and the way I talked about it was very dickish. And this young lady doesn't know the details. I don't even know if she knows the incident happened, but I guarantee you she doesn't know the details. And even if she does, she is not mature enough to understand the subtext of it all. And by having it up there, I was running the risk of her watching this, because like I said, she watches our videos from time to time, and it very potentially could have hurt her very badly, and I did not want that to happen, and so I took it down. Now you may be saying, well, how are you a dick? How are you a dick? If you watch the video or you watch the live, you may be wondering, what's he talking about? So we were discussing an incident that happened with the family, and I was extremely blunt, extremely truthful about the way things transpired and what was said. And I said it on the video. I slept on it, and I realized that hey, you know, that wasn't right. That there's a lot of potential for somebody to get hurt. And so I took it down. And you'd think I'd know better about speaking my mind like that. I mean, the place I worked at a couple of times ago, back when I was working for the hospital, I got banned from sending emails without them being vetted because I spoke my mind, right? And I didn't do it in a very good manner. You know, so while I was 100% correct in what I said, you know, the truth behind it, the way it was delivered was very dickish and didn't need to be done that way. And that brings us to the second topic of the video, the truth. Speaking the truth. How we speak the truth is almost as important as speaking the truth itself. And this is a prime example of it. I very easily could have worded what I said differently so as to not pose this potential problem. And it would have been very easy for me to do. You know, and some of us tend to forget that the truth, how do I put this? The unvarnished truth is not all it's cracked up to be sometimes. And this, like I said, this is a case in point. Now, we should always want to speak the truth. We should always look to find the truth and speak to it. And there is no such thing as my truth or your truth or their truth. There's only the truth. The truth exists. It is what it is, right? And our goals should be to get our perception of reality as closely aligned to the truth as we possibly can. And that means sometimes not speaking our mind as much. It means listening to other viewpoints, even though we disagree with them and we dislike them. And this is where we get into. I know there's people out there right now going, "Oh, you should always tell the truth. If people can't handle the truth, they need to toughen up," and all that stuff. Yes, I understand that. I understand what you're saying, but there's times when we can couch it differently, where we can still speak the truth and not be dickish about it. All right, and there's two things. Number one, like in my case, we don't want to inadvertently hurt somebody that we care about when there's another way to do it. And number two, by speaking the truth in a very blunt and blistering manner, while it's necessary, and you got to remember, I spent almost 10 years in the Marine Corps. I know about speaking the truth, and I understand that. But sometimes you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar. And as patriots and nominal conservatives, we've got a very tough hill to climb, very, very steep one, because the entire media process is working against us. So we got a choice. We can hit people with the unvarnished truth and tell it like we see it, no matter the consequences, and we can turn these people off to us. Or we can think about our words, and we can tell the truth in a manner that's more palatable to people. And yes, it's tough to do sometimes. It's a whole lot easier to be a blunt dickhead about it than to think about our words and word them in a more tactful manner, right? And that's what it is. It's tact, right? Somebody made a comment on the video. I'm not going to name names. They'll know who I'm talking about if they see this video. Somebody made a comment about how an old friend who was very knowledgeable came back to them recently and said that they were right about everything that's been going on for the last 2 or 3 years. And the comment he made was, "I'm so glad I didn't call him stupid." And that struck me at the time. I didn't say anything about it. And I think maybe that's what started me the whole process of rethinking about what I said and making the decision I made. Like I've said it before, I lost some friends. I didn't lose them. I didn't lose friends. I cut friends off after the election because of my opinion of what the truth was, my perception of the truth, and how I felt I couldn't surround myself with people that were either evil and corrupt or ignorant as all get out. And I still stand by that. I don't think we should surround ourselves with people that are like that. The question is, does the zero tolerance rule for that type of stuff hurt us more than it helps us? And I think you take it by a case-by-case basis. I think you look at it at the individual, and you look at it through circumstances, and you go from there. Now, what this means for us, me personally, is myself, anybody that's thinking like I am now, we have to be more thoughtful. We have to pay more attention to what's going on around us and who we're discussing what with. We can't just go blindly into the china shop like a bull and thresh about and spread the truth no matter what. Now, we should still be spreading the truth. We should still be talking about the truth. We should never let anybody keep us from telling the truth. All right? And if the little girl in question that started this video, this whole thing off, if she were to come to me and ask me about it, I'd tell her. I would tell her the truth. I would word it in a way that she could understand, and I would tell her the truth. But it wouldn't be what I said last night. All right, it would be much more tactful. It'd be much more thoughtful. So that's about it. Walking through, I love walking down here because it helps clear my mind, and it is very, even though it's muggy as all get out, it's very peaceful back there. And oh, look at this shirt. I forgot to show you this guy's shirt. You guys see that? That's black on black. I've never seen a t-shirt done like that. This is a Ghost design. Ghost did this for us. He made these for the Missouri get-together I went to, and so go to his shop and check out his line of shirts. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are inappropriate. Actually, quite a few of them are inappropriate, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what? Sometimes inappropriate's good. You know, sometimes it's if you're offended, I'm sorry, but hey, maybe you needed to be offended, right? And that's the way it is with the truth sometimes. Sometimes we need to offend people. Sometimes people need to be slapped upside the head with the truth like a 2x4. And other times, you know what? We have to couch it in a velvet glove, which I didn't do last night. And like I said, I broke the number one rule of community, and that's don't be a dick. All right, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of feels good getting it off my chest, letting you guys know why that video came down, so there's no question about it. And I really felt it was important to talk about the subject of the truth and how we speak the truth, because it does make a huge difference. And we win more allies if we understand the circumstances, the context, the subtext, if we understand the audience, and if we understand our own selves. All right, with that said, give us a thumbs up if you like this. If you disagree with me about speaking the truth, about how, if you think we should just speak it the way it is all the time and everybody else be damned, go make a video on your own channel. Seriously, don't rant about it in the comments. If you want to politely disagree with me, agree to disagree, by all means, put a comment down below. But if you're going to rant and get nasty about it, go do it on your own video, your own channel, all right? I would really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, like it, do all that stuff. You know, I talked about that all in the beginning. Most importantly, go live a life done free. Take care. Thanks, Milo.